Please take your seats. I'm Professor Dana Ward, here to help you swim in a sea of superhero fanatics who can tell you off the top of their heads what Daredevil's original costume was made of. The answer? His father's boxing robe. Today's lecture will be on the topic of Catwoman, one of the most mysterious and iconic women of the DC mythos, and believe me, there's a lot more to her than just a leather catsuit. Since her introduction in 1940's Batman #1, Catwoman has appeared in many different incarnations, but her character is always defined by her moral ambiguity and thieving ways. Let's start with the basics, shall we? Catwoman was created by Bill Finger and Bob Kane and originally intended as a foil and love interest for Batman. First introduced as the Cat, the character is so mysterious that no two writers can seem to agree on her origins, but she is most commonly portrayed as Selina Kyle, an orphan with a troubled past. She spent her childhood alternating between the orphanage and the streets, even doing a stint in juvie hall for petty thievery. Depending on who you ask, a young adult Selina may have joined a gang of thieves, engaged in prostitution, or become a dominatrix to get by. And while everyone agrees that she was trained in martial arts and developed a taste for cat-burglary, there are several explanations for how that went down. Basically, you just never know with this particular lady. So one way or another, Selina became an ass-kicking thief for hire. Her weapons? The famous bullwhip, a cat o' nine tails, knockout gas, restraints, the odd pistol here and there, and my personal favorite, a vehicle dubbed the Cadillac. Her costume? On first appearing, the character wore no disguise at all, but soon began donning a cat mask during her robberies and eventually adopted the classic costume, which consists of a purple dress, a green cape, and a mask with ears. This eventually evolved into a green catsuit in the 70s, and by the 90s, she settled on the purple or black catsuit that we are now most familiar with. Throughout her 70-plus year history, Catwoman continuously treads the line between hero and villain. She originally took up cat burglary for the thrill of getting away with it and has been known to partner up with the likes of the Joker, among other paragons of evil. However, she absolutely detests killing and eventually settles into a Robin Hood style of thievery, occasionally even reinventing herself as a crime fighter alongside the likes of Batman and the Justice League. Speaking of Batman, Selina Kyle is often described as Bruce Wayne's one true love, and the two share an on-again, off-again romance. They even get married during one of Selina's more heroic periods, and they have a child named Helena Kyle, or Helena Wayne, who grows up to be another super badass, the Huntress, after both of her parents are killed. For as many different origin stories there are for Catwoman, there's just about as many actresses who have played her on screen. Actress Julie Newmar was the first to don the catsuit in the original 1966 television series starring Adam West. Former Miss America Lee Merriweather took over the role for the big screen version of the series, while Eartha Kitt made the part all her own for the remaining 2 seasons. Michelle Pfeiffer famously took on the role of Selina Kyle, aka Catwoman, in Tim Burton's 1992 sequel, Batman Returns, and Halle Berry played Catwoman in the 2004 standalone film, but was not Selina Kyle, but instead Patience Phillips, a character created specifically for the film. The newest Catwoman to grace the big screens is Anne Hathaway, once again as Selina Kyle in The Dark Knight Rises. Whether friend or foe, Catwoman has solidified her place as one of the most iconic comic book characters of all time, and can you imagine where Batman would be without her? Not really. So there is everything you need to know about our favorite feline fatale. Your homework for tonight, students, will be to visit the comments section below, as there is sure to be an interesting discussion of Catwoman among some of our more advanced students. Until next time, I'm Professor Dana Ward. Class dismissed.